Every year, around 400,000 students come to France for their studies, which makes about 12% of the entire country's population just students. Ever wondered what it's look like to be a student in France? So welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, I'm Tunil Roy Chaudhary and I am an entrepreneur and master's from France. So today in this video, we are going to talk about how does it feel to be a student in France, and apart from that, I'm also going to share with you being a student in France, how can you improve your French language skills apart from your own daily routine as a student. So stick to this whole video because this is going to be very helpful for those who are planning to study in France for their masters or bachelors. So let's just get started. So let's begin with the daily routine. How does a student spend his whole day in France while he's doing his master's course? So for example, when I was a student, I used to wake up normally around 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally in France, if you are doing masters, your classes would be around 9 to 5, but mostly it would just cover each half of the day. For example, when I was a student in my university, the classes used to start from 9 and end up by 1 p.m. 3 days a week at least. Only 2 days a week, I remember when I used to have full day classes 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. Mostly, I used to have classes from either 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So normally I used to get the entire half of the day for myself. So imagine talking about a daily routine of a student who has full day class. When I used to have such a long day, I used to wake up normally at around 8 a.m. or even 7:30 a.m. After I just got freshened up and I used to start preparing for my breakfast. Normally in the breakfast, I just used to keep it very light because in order to save time and also be healthy. So I used to just have bread and eggs, boiled eggs and or something like that. Or either you can just consume milk and cereals along with that. After finishing my breakfast quickly, I used to get ready for my classes. So normally in France, to go to school, students can afford public transport, which is very much available in any cities in France. For example, trams or buses or even metros. But if you are very lucky enough to find an accommodation just nearby your university, then it's good because for example, my university was just about 800 meters from my apartment. I used to go to university just by walking every day. So it used to take me around 15 minutes to walk down to the school, and it was very easy for me. So I didn't have to take any public transport to go to my classes. So after reaching the school, you will start with number of classes in the day. For example, in India, you might have seen the classes are around 50 minutes or 60 minutes long. But in France, it's very long. It's about 80 to 90 minutes on an average each class would be. So it's very important to be focused and concentrated for the whole period because it might happen, especially in the morning time, you might lose some focus in between the classes. As I said, the classes are going to be 90 minutes long and it's very important to be focused, but it's okay. You will get habituated after maybe a month or after 3 weeks. You will get habituated to attend the classes for 90 minutes long every day. After you finish your couple of classes, it would be a time for you to take lunch. You will get a lunch break about again for 2 hours at least. So in that time, and of course, as I said, if you finish your class before your lunch and if there are no classes in the afternoon, then it's good to go. You can go home and you can prepare your own lunch and again you can have it. After that you can sleep. But let's say if you have full day class, then it's better to go for a college canteen, or even you can just go to a nearby shop where you can just have a €2 meal or €3 meal, because it's very common to have a meal which is suitable for students, which would be €2, €3 meal per meal, which is very nice and very healthy, I would say. In fact, you don't need to cook anything and it would save your time. You will get about 1 hour break for your lunch, and in which you just need to take a meal which would be very short and can save your time. So after finishing your lunch, you will again finish the remaining classes. And after finishing the classes at 5 p.m., let's say, it's time for you to focus on the after school activities. So guys, it's very important to get associated with any student organization or clubs or societies or even any sports activities. For example, I used to love football. So after school, I used to go to play football with my friends, and it's very important for you to keep yourself entertained and also always mentally fit, because it's very important. Every day after having long classes, it's not feasible to be just go home and rest yourself. In fact, you should you should play. You should be associated with any other cultural activities as well, extracurricular activities, which would be very helpful for you. Some students I also saw, like they just go to gym or go to swimming pool. That also you can definitely do it. So after finishing your whole day of school as well as some after school activities, you are now preparing yourself to go back to your home. And once you go back home, you will feel really tired, I can understand. But when you are in France, you are not just a student. You are a cook, you are a cleaner, you are a laundry person to yourself. You have to do each and every task on yourself. No one is there to help you. After reaching home, I just used to take a 20 minutes powerful nap, and after that I used to wake up and I used to start preparing for my dinner. So for the dinner, again, you will have to cook your own food, and after doing that you have to finish your dinner. After that, I used to focus on some school project in which I have to submit, or maybe some assignments that I had to finish. I used to work on that. And apart from that, because I used to stay away from my family, and in fact most probably you will also stay away from your family, so it's time for you to talk to your family and friends back in India or any other country that you are coming from to study in France. So after finishing the dinner, I used to talk to my parents and friends or cousins, and after that I used to prepare myself for sleep. Because I used to wake up at 7:30 a.m. so I used to sleep by 11:30 max. I was not a person who wished to sleep late, so I used to sleep by 11:30 max, and that's it about my whole day. So now the question arises, apart from all these daily routine, it looks very hectic to a lot of people, but how did I manage to find out time for myself to prepare French language? And how can you do so? How can you prepare your French language skill? How can you spend some time to improve your French language skill apart from your schools and other activities? So guys, I can understand it's very difficult. It looks very difficult, but trust me, it gets habituated. As I said, like in my previous videos, you can just start with just having some grammar exercises, and apart from that you can start reading some small books. The best thing is, because you are already in France, so you can get lots of friends who are already French, who are French speakers, so you can every day talk to them in French. Even if you are making mistakes, even if you hesitate, even if you think that your grammar is not fully completed, it's okay. You can just start speaking with them in bits and pieces. It would definitely help you to improve some confidence. And moreover, after speaking with French people, you will see like you are able to make some sentences with them, and it will give you a huge motivation, huge boost that will be eventually helpful for you to learn the language in the long run. So as I said, like because you're in France, so you can just find out your friends. You can spend a lot of time with French speaking friends. And apart from that, when you are home, when you are maybe resting, or when you are going to college by tram or metro, you can just read some books, or you can listen to some podcasts, or in the free time in weekends you can just spend at least 2 hours, 3 hours, or even more than that, just to improve your French language. Trust me guys, if you are a student in France and if you are planning to come to study in France, it's very important to learn French, because without French it's very difficult to stay here, and it's very difficult to get socialized very easily. And apart from that, because you're coming to make your career, French is one of the most important weapons in order to succeed in the career. So as I said, like apart from whole daily routine, whenever you are getting maybe 30 minutes you are getting in a day, so just go through the vocabulary list you might have prepared. When you are going back to your home from school, just listen to some French news, French podcast, or maybe when it is weekend for you, when it is holiday for you, just watch one movie a day. That's it. And once you watch a movie a day, you will get lots of vocab. You will force your brain to exercise to catch the French accents. And apart from all that, you should speak French with your French people. So this is going to be very crucial for you when you are coming to France to study any course that you are coming to study here. It would be very helpful for you guys. This tip is very, very, very helpful for you. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you find some motivation to learn French, even being very busy in the school life in France. But don't worry guys, I have already started preparing for you a playlist which would be helpful for beginners who are learning French. You can find the link for the playlist for A1 course in the description box below. Keep watching my videos guys, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. We are going to meet in the next video guys. Till then, au revoir.